And the first thing you notice is how impressed all the correspondents are to work there. I work at the White House. Work at the White House. Got my hard pass. And then the distance between that little credential they were so proud of and the reality of their lives was like insane. Like they're in this tiny little room. They're being treated with total contempt by the White House staff who thinks they're just fucking animals. You know, it's like, shut up. They're eating out of vending machines. And this was a different time, right? So like when I was working as a journalist in Washington, like we went out to lunch every day at like a good restaurant and charge it to the company. And like with your sources, like we had lunch every single day like civilized people. I don't even think that exists in the world anymore, where you had time for lunch, where you weren't just so under the gun from your corporate masters that you had to like get back to work.
Right.
We ate lunch. And I remember thinking, these people don't eat lunch. They eat like a stale Mounds bar out of a vending machine. Like they bring quarters to work so they can eat. I remember thinking, your life like is... You're not even human. You're just like a little puppet or something. But you're so impressed, and like all your neighbors know, you know, he works at the White House. He's in the White House press corps. And the job like wasn't even really a job. You would just like sit there and ask your question in your little assigned seat like you're in a high school gym. It was just awful. And I just had no respect for people who did that for a living at all.
Did you ever read Fear and Loathing on the Campaign Trail?
Oh, come on.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's amazing.
It's amazing.
But that guy gave sort of that's, I think, probably the best window into an outsider in the political process, at least in terms of the campaign trail.
Yeah.
It's the best window to the press, the best window to the relationships that they had with the politicians, at least in the 1970s. It's an amazing book.
I was talking to a campaign reporter. I never do that anymore, but I was this week, actually. And he was telling me it's like totally different. Like when I did it, you were all on I mean, it was bad, actually. It was because it just cultivated groupthink, which was then leveraged by the candidate for better coverage. Like the whole thing was kind of an op, actually. But it was at least fun. Like you were on a charter plane and like you're flying with everybody and you hit 3 or 4 cities a day and like there are cocktails on the plane and, you know, naughty behavior and like, you know, they fed you and they kind of dealt with everything for you. It was fun. It was like a road trip, right? And now it's just like grim. They're all driving alone in their little rental cars to some obscure town in Iowa to sit there with no access whatsoever to the candidate, write up their little reports, and then they get back to their hotel and they're like writing up more for the website.